when the third temple be built, then it won't bring peace, but it will end to major religions in this planet Earth. And most people say that we all worship God, but what they don't say is this, that each religion expect a different ending, and the temple that will be rebuilt in Jerusalem will prove which one is lying, and the only that will remain is the true religion. And the temple is not a symbol of peace. It is a prophecy bomb, and when it detonates, it only has one fate to survive. And let us examine the three major religions in the world: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. And these three religions um, have their own different ending, prophecy ending. And we will discuss this three religion, and so that we will know the difference of these three religion in terms of their prophecy in the end times. So the Jewish prophecy is that according to the Tanakh, Torah, God will return to Zion. And he said to me, "This is the place of my throne, and the place of the soles of my feet, where I will dwell in the midst of the children of Israel forever." And that was the prophecy of prophet Ezekiel, that Hashem, Elohim, will return to Mount Zion. The last 10 chapters or 8 chapters of Ezekiel is portraying the third temple. And the Tanakh is unapologetic in terms of this, because there is a real physical temple that will be built in Jerusalem, and this will be operated by Kohanim, or the priests, the Levites, with sin offering restored and God alone worshipped. So this is what will happen in the end times in Jerusalem. It was also stated in Ezekiel chapter 45 verse 17 that, "And he shall prepare the sin offering and the meal offering and the burnt offering to make atonement for the house of Israel." So therefore, in the third temple, offering will be restored. Okay, not by Jesus, not Isa of Islam, not the Mahdi of Islam, but Hashem is only to be worshipped in that place in Mount Zion. Okay, so when the true Messiah comes, that offering that are in Jerusalem in Mount Zion will be restored. According to Rambam in Hilkot Beit HaBechera, the third temple will be rebuilt and all offerings will resume. This is not symbolic, this is halakha. And also in Midrash Tanhuma, chapter 14, in the future all offerings will cease except the thanksgiving offering, but until then the sin offerings come back. So therefore, according to the Kasal, the sages of the Israelites, the Jews, the future temple that will be rebuilt, will have a sin offering. Okay, so that is the prophecy of the Jewish Tanakh, according to, in reference or in regards to the ending or the future before the coming of the Messiah. And so let's look at the Christian prophecy. The temple, according to their Bible, they will be confused. They will be amazed that it would be the seat of the Antichrist. And therefore, Christianity teaches the third temple would be Satan's throne, according to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4. And to them, when the Jews worship the true God of Israel, they will be mistaken that it was the false Messiah, it was the false God, the Antichrist. So to them, if the Jews built the temple without Jesus, it would be demonic. Ito, mapagpakamalan nila itong demonic. And if the Torah resumes in Jerusalem, like what Isaiah chapter 2 been prophesied, then the Jews' religion will be tagged as false religion. And if sin offering return, because the Christians do not believe that the sin offering will be resumed, so they will say Jesus was not final. Okay, so because for 2,000 years it was a failure for the Christians of waiting the broken promises made by Jesus in Matthew chapter 16 verse I think 28, if I not be mistaken, and Matthew chapter 34. Also in Revelation chapter 3 and chapter 2, when he promised to come quickly. That did not happen for 2,000 years. Okay. So, when Ezekiel says a sin offering will return and God will dwell there alone, then Christianity melts down. They will be in shock of waiting their Messiah that it did not come. And so these people who changes the laws and times of God in Daniel 7:25, and it warns that he shall think to change times and laws. So they also change the laws and times that the Jews have observed and make it as a replacement to that. So that's not the temple, that's Jesus. So it's not, it will not happen because it is a falsehood. It was not in the Torah, it was not in the Tanakh. That was prophesied by the prophets. Now let's proceed to what the Muslim or the Islamic prophecy told them according to their references. According to them, the temple must be destroyed. Islam teaches that Isa is the Muslim Jesus. They called it Isa. And the Mahdi, which is the Redeemer, will break the cross. This is according to their sources. Kill the pigs, wipe out the Jews, and enforce Sharia in Jerusalem. According to their hadith, they have to kill the Jews. All of them, they must kill the Jews. That is why the reason of the chaos, the atrocities that was made by the Islamic revolutionists in Israel and in some other parts of the Middle East is a product of this belief in annihilating the Jews. In their views, a Jewish temple must be conquered, replaced, or erased. That is why if a certain Jew planned to dig something in the holy site, the Islamic countries or organization, they protested. Okay, they immediately protested. Okay, so if there awaited Isa and Mahdi does not happen, if did not happen, and if the Jews built the temple, then God is worshipped there, and therefore Islam is shatters. So this is the test in the latter days. Who will finally win in the battle, the religious or spiritual battle? The Jews, the Christians, or the Muslims, the Islams. So, three different end time prophecies, but the Tanakh, the Torah, the Tanakh is explicit that God will return to Zion. Elohim will return to Zion, the temple will be rebuilt, and then the offering will be restored, and then Hashem will dwell in Mount Zion. So this would be the collision of the three major religions. Three religions, one mountain. They claim the same place of worship. But according to Isaiah chapter 2 verse 3, for out of Zion shall go forth the Torah. the law and the word of Hashem, Elohim, from Jerusalem. So it was prophesied that the Torah of God will again flourish in Mount Zion, in Jerusalem, and many people shall flow into it, according to Isaiah, the book of Isaiah. And many nations shall say, Come, let us go up to the mountain of Hashem, for the law shall go forth from Mount Zion. You see? So this is the one that will go forth from Mount Zion is the law of God, not the theology of Christianity, not the Mahdi, not the Isa of Islam, but the God of Israel will dwell there, and the law of God will be again flourish in that place, Mount Zion, in Jerusalem. In Sephrai, Deuteronomy chapter 12, God will choose Jerusalem forever. It is the only place of authorized worship. No church, no mosque, no messianic hybrid, just the temple, just the Torah, and just the God of Israel. So this is the thing that will happen. So if Christians are wrong, they worship a man as God. If Muslims are wrong, they murdered for a prophet who never came. And if the Jews are wrong, then Moses, Isaiah, Ezekiel, and all Torah are false. In the generation when the Son of David comes, truth will be absent. Billions are following Jesus and Isa, but truth will only return to Zion. The temple won't bring peace. It will bring fire when they say peace and safety. Then sudden destruction comes upon them. So when the altar returns, Christianity collapses. Islam implodes. Torah rises. Because when sacrifice for sin resume, the once and for all gospel is a fraud. When Hashem is worshipped alone, every false god dies. The temple proved who lied. If the temple stand against, and Jesus is not there, and Isa never comes, and Torah is obeyed, then the cross is a lie, the crescent was a fraud, and Sinai never ended. So this is our final warning. The temple is not a symbolic, it's a sword. You were told Messiah would bring peace, but you were not told that peace comes after all lies are born. This is where my throne is, according to Ezekiel 43 verse 7, where I will dwell among the children of Israel forever. So there will be no Jesus on the throne, no Isa, no Mahdi, no New Testament, no Quran, only the God of Israel, only Torah. So that's it, my dear brothers and sisters. Shalom, shalom.